Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we have a brand new trailer for potentially either a new weapon or a new LTM tweeted out by Fortnite Battle Royale. Now this is insane, guys. I'm going to put it on screen for you guys right now. The tweet you can see here, coming soon, a weapon fit for a king. This is insane, and the trailer goes over, as you can see on screen right now. I'll play the trailer. The trailer actually shows us the castle, which is going to eventually be melted, and it has a sword inside of the centerpiece. Now this sword is in some sort of stone that you can withdraw, and you can probably fight with it. Now if we switch over to the Battle Royale version, we can kind of see exactly where that's going to be. The castle is obviously going to be at Polar Peak. I've mentioned this several times in my storyline change videos, and you guys are interested in them, so hit that subscribe button and notification bell to keep up to date with all the map changes and storyline changes. But this is pretty crazy, because by probably Tuesday, this whole Polar Peak would have already melted, which I thought it would have taken maybe a few weeks or so to fully melt. I assume they're probably going to do it instantly. It's probably because people have already discovered underneath it. Like, maybe they didn't want people to realize that it's going to melt, but it's quite obvious that it's going to melt, and we've been having a lot of render glitches with it, so it's pretty obvious that it's going to melt. I worked out on like the first few hours of actually going around the map in replay mode that there was a glitch here and it's going to melt. So too many people have really found this now, and it's just obvious that it's going to melt. There's even stairs inside of here and stuff, and people have been inside it and glitched inside. I've not personally glitched inside because I just haven't managed to do it, but I know lots of people who have, and it's pretty obvious. You can tell there's things leaking through the snow here, and when you see Polar Peak as a location and you look at it for the first time when you land in, you go, hold on a minute, there's hardly any chests in here. There's two maybe chests, and maybe one or two or three maybe if you count the ones over there, depending on what game mode you're in and how many spawn. And you think to yourself, there's got to be something more here, and it was pretty obvious that there's something underneath this ice, and that's why a lot of people were coming up with that theory and telling us that it's going to melt. I actually was one of the first people to do that. We also have the Greasy Grove theory as well. It's kind of not exactly the same as the Polar Peak theory. This one may take a few weeks. I feel like that's just going to happen instantly this Tuesday or whenever the update drops. And this is going to probably take a few weeks to unravel and reveal itself, because you can go inside of here and you can break all the walls and you can see through here. If you break all these walls, for example, you could actually see through all these walls and render in the entire ice cube area down here. You can also kind of see up to that car over there in the distance, or the lamppost should I say, but that's about it. Like, you can't see anything else in this section, so it kind of makes me think they have a lot of stuff here, and this iceberg is perfectly over, like Der Burger, so potentially that could melt down and we slowly start to see the old Der Burger underneath. Everything just seems to fit perfectly in place for it, so I guess that is probably what we can expect to happen at Greasy Grove over here. I hope it is the case, because I do miss Greasy Grove, and it would make a perfect thing for the future of Fortnite Battle Royale. But anyway, let's have a little look at the trailer again for the brand new sword, a weapon fit for a king LTM, which should be popping into Fortnite Battle Royale very soon. The weapon is originally from Infinity Blade. I did actually make a video on this, so if you're wondering about that video, go and check it out. It talks about Infinity Blade itself, the game on mobile and stuff like that. It also talks about all the map changes inside of that video as well. So starts with the Season 7 storyline, and this is probably going to take a big place in the storyline, because the Ice King is going to be the person that wields this. Obviously in the trailer and the storyline, in game, that could be a different case. I personally feel like it's going to be a bit like the Thanos LTM, where you got the Infinity Gauntlet. Rather than the Infinity Gauntlet, it would be the Infinity Blade, and you'll kind of turn into maybe someone from the Infinity Blade game, someone who's a lot bigger than the normal Fortnite character, and get to run around with this huge sword, wrecking people with probably 700 health and 300 shield, about 1000 health overall, a bit like the Thanos LTM, or I think Thanos ended up being 800 health, 200 shield, and you just ended up running around and slicing people with the Infinity Blade. I guess this will have similar moves, but slightly different moveset, obviously, because it's a different character. And then we can expect the Thanos LTM to reappear in Fortnite Battle Royale in Season 8, when the Avengers new, what's it called? The Endgame, is it? The new Avengers, whatever it's called. I think it's called the Endgame. That'll be released in May time, so around Season 8, I think that would be, or maybe even Season 9, early Season 9, I don't know, or late Season 8. I think it's Season 8. We'll probably end up getting the Thanos LTM around there, so we can expect that as well in the future. For those wondering about that, I know a lot of people are excited for the Thanos LTM, but that's everything for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's only been a short one to keep you guys updated with the new Infinity Blade LTM, which should be popping this week, hopefully. Maybe a little bit longer than a week. It may come midweek, so we may get the update and then they introduce the LTM, which would probably make more sense. I feel like like the iceberg will probably melt throughout the week, maybe. I don't think they're all just going to like throw it on us at once. Fortnite like to space things out. They like to have a time for the weekly challenges, a time for the update, a time for LTMs. And it works really well. So hopefully they will space it out a little bit rather than throwing it all on us at once. You noticed that when the update dropped this week, I unfortunately couldn't cover all of the challenges and stuff like that because there were so many map changes I was working on. I know that's what you guys want to see first on my channel, the majority of you, so I couldn't actually cover any of the weekly challenges. But expect week 2, week 3, week 4, etc. on my channel for season 7. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Please do stick around. Don't forget to go and use my supported creator code in the item shop with the supported creator code postboxpat, and then tweet me at postboxpat for a shout out in upcoming videos. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and once again, this is postboxpat signing out.